Ferit placed Diyar in his new room. Serien can't understand why Senin would harm Diyar. Serien also enters the room and helps Diyar take off her shoes. Diyar says that the Senate was on a motorcycle. And since the motorcyclist was wearing a helmet, Serien doubted that it was Senin. Ferit handed over the note. Serien notices that this is not Senin's handwriting. She also knows that Senin can't drive a motorcycle. Ferit wants to leave Diyar to rest, but she takes his hand and asks him not to leave her. Ferit says that he needs to go to his grandfather, and he will come soon. Serien, left alone with Ferit, asks him, is he determined? Ferit says yes, and he's just waiting for the right moment. Serien asks not to tell Diyar anything until the motorcyclist is found. Serien also asked not to touch either her or Diyar until everything was resolved. And Serien also forbade Ferit to stay alone with Diyar in the room and call her beloved, as well as other affectionate words. Serien tells his sister that her inner voice says that Diyar is lying. Suna thinks that this girl doesn't look crazy. Diyar asked Ferit when his ring would be delivered. Ferit advises her to get some sleep. Aisha asked Suna in the hallway if Senin had actually done it. Suna replied that it was none of her business. Ferit came to Serien's room in search of the ring. She was offended. Ferit wants to go and tell Diyar everything right now. But Serien insists not to speak until Senin is caught. Next, Serien asked Ferit if their plan was dangerous. Ferit says it's more dangerous for him to be under the same roof with both of them. After learning that Diyar does not want to go to eat, Ferit asked Sevda to go with him, and not leave until he says. Diyar told Ferit that she couldn't walk, but also didn't want to eat alone. Hadis, not seeing Ferit at dinner, asked Serien to call him in order to discuss the problem. Meanwhile, Diyar remembers how she met Ferit, and what condition he was in at that time. Next, Diyar said that she did not get sick the way she always did and asked to see. Ferit bent down, and at that moment Serien entered the room. She informed Ferit that his aunt was calling him. Diyar says that he will also go to the table and asks Ferit to help her change her clothes. Serien tells Diyar that she will help her as Ferit is not particularly able to take care of the sick. While helping Diyar, Serien again expresses doubts about Senin. Next, the conversation turns to Ferit. Diyar, showing her ring, said that this guy would not leave her. And he lost his own, Serien notes. But Diyar, he says, that Ferit gave it to roll out. Abidin and Suna also appear at the dinner. Abidin asks about Kalis again. Ifakhet is outraged, but Hadis tells her not to interfere. Aisha again disobeys her mother and does not call Suna mistress. Shafka is angry, but still understands her daughter. Esma is fixated on leaving for Antep. Suna tells her mother that she needs her support right now. Hadis said that she would not go anywhere and would take care of her. Diyar noticed that there are good nurses now. Hadis advised me to hire such a nurse. Diyar turned the conversation to how delicious the lentil soup was on the table. Orva noticed that Serien couldn't leave even if she wanted to. According to the contract, she must attend every meeting. Dyer offers to look at this agreement in order to do something with it. And Advocate says they don't want to do anything about it, because they are dealing with the best designer in the world. Ferit and Abidin have moved aside, they are talking about bringing Ayla tomorrow. Meanwhile, Aishi met with Sinan. She asked him why he did this to Dyer. After dinner, Serien told Ferit that Dyer would forgive him for the ring, but she would not forgive anything else. They are drawn to kiss each other. But Serien says that it is impossible until he breaks up with Dyer. Kalis tells Serien that he worries about her. Serien expresses his doubts about Dyer. Kalis believes that some people pretend to be kind in order to win. And he thinks Dyer is arrogant. Kalis is advised to look for Serien. If there is something, she will definitely find it.